Turmeric has gained quite the reputation in recent years, especially among older adults who are looking for natural ways to fight inflammation, support joint health, and even protect their memory. And rightly so. This golden spice, rich in a compound called curcumin, has been praised in medical research for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. But here's the part most people don't realize. Turmeric doesn't work like magic on its own. In fact, certain everyday foods, when eaten with turmeric, can actually cancel out its health benefits. Or worse, cause problems for your digestion, heart, or even blood sugar levels. If you're over 60 and trying to use turmeric to support your health, this is a must-know topic. The truth is, combining turmeric with the wrong foods might be quietly undoing the very benefits you're counting on. So in this guide, we're going to reveal 6 common foods you should never eat with turmeric, and explain why each combination can be risky for your body. Some of these may surprise you, and you may even be eating them right now. 1. Processed dairy products, a hidden blocker of turmeric's healing power. Processed dairy is one of the most common foods found in American kitchens, and unfortunately, one of the worst to pair with turmeric. If you've ever added a slice of cheese to your turmeric-seasoned eggs or poured powdered creamer into your turmeric tea thinking you're doing your body a favor, it's time to take a closer look. Here's why. Turmeric's key compound, curcumin, is not easily absorbed by the body on its own. It needs a little help to get into your system and do its job, fighting inflammation, easing joint pain, and supporting brain and heart health. But processed dairy products can actually interfere with that process. We're not talking about plain, whole milk, or a bit of natural yogurt. The real concern lies with processed dairy items, things like American cheese slices, flavored yogurts, powdered creamers, and pre-shredded cheeses. These foods are often loaded with preservatives, stabilizers, artificial flavors, and added sugars, all of which make digestion harder, especially for older adults. A slower or compromised digestive system makes it harder for your body to absorb the benefits of curcumin in the first place. Even more troubling, certain proteins in dairy, particularly in processed forms, can actually bind to curcumin in the digestive tract. That means your body never even gets the chance to use the turmeric you've consumed. It passes through your system without delivering its healing effects. Let's say you're trying to reduce joint inflammation and you've added turmeric to your breakfast scramble. If you toss in a handful of shredded cheese or stir in a flavored yogurt on the side, you may be blocking the anti-inflammatory power you were hoping to receive. It's a frustrating truth, especially since many people start taking turmeric to feel better, only to accidentally pair it with foods that make it less effective. And for folks with acid reflux, IBS, or sluggish digestion, which becomes more common as we age, processed dairy can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort, making turmeric feel like it's the problem, when in reality it's the pairing. So what's the alternative? If you enjoy creamy drinks like golden milk or turmeric tea, ditch the powdered or sweetened creamers and opt for plant-based milks like unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These are easier on the digestive system and allow turmeric to shine. Also, choose plain Greek yogurt if you're looking for a dairy boost. Unlike flavored or sugary varieties, plain Greek yogurt offers high-quality protein without the additives, and it doesn't interfere with turmeric's absorption. Here's the bottom line. If you're taking turmeric to reduce inflammation or support your overall health, processed dairy could be quietly working against you. It doesn't mean you have to give up dairy completely, but when turmeric is on the menu, keep those processed dairy products off your plate. It's a small shift that could make a big difference in how well your body responds to this powerful spice. 2. Vinegar-heavy foods, how acidity disrupts turmeric's benefits. Now, let's talk about something many of us use every single day without giving it a second thought: vinegar-heavy foods. These include salad dressings, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and anything made with white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. These tangy, zesty staples may seem innocent, or even healthy, but when it comes to turmeric, they can quietly undermine its power. To understand why, we need to look at how turmeric behaves in the body. Turmeric's active ingredient, curcumin, is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb. On its own, curcumin breaks down quickly, long before it can reach the bloodstream and start helping your joints, brain, or heart. That's why how you pair turmeric matters so much. Now, here's the issue with acidic foods like vinegar. They create an unstable environment in your digestive tract. Curcumin is a delicate compound, and when it comes into contact with highly acidic substances, like vinegar, it becomes even more prone to breaking down prematurely. That means your body may absorb less of it, or worse, none at all. Let's imagine a scenario. You sprinkle turmeric into a homemade vinaigrette, thinking you're making a healthy anti-inflammatory salad dressing. But if that vinaigrette contains a heavy dose of vinegar, like many bottled dressings do, the turmeric's benefits may be completely neutralized. You're still tasting the turmeric, but your body isn't getting the healing effects you're hoping for. But the trouble doesn't stop there. For older adults, especially those dealing with acid reflux, GERD, or a sensitive stomach, this combination can cause even more discomfort. Mixing turmeric with acidic foods can lead to bloating, indigestion, or heartburn, especially if your digestion has slowed down with age, which is perfectly normal. Even healthy-seeming meals like pickled vegetables or coleslaw made with vinegar-based dressings can be problematic when eaten alongside turmeric. The acidity doesn't just interfere with absorption, it can irritate the stomach lining, making you more prone to digestive symptoms that many older adults already struggle with. So what should you do instead? You don't have to give up salad dressings or flavorful condiments. The key is to swap out the high-acid ingredients for more turmeric-friendly alternatives. Try this. Instead of bottled vinaigrette, make your own with extra virgin olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and a pinch of black pepper. This homemade dressing is not only delicious, it actually supports turmeric's absorption. Olive oil is a healthy fat, and black pepper contains piperine, a compound shown to increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. And what about that tangy crunch from pickles or mustard? If you love those flavors, enjoy them, but just not in the same meal as turmeric. Give your body a few hours between consuming acidic foods and taking turmeric, whether in tea, capsules, or cooking. The takeaway is simple. Acidic environments break down curcumin, reducing turmeric's effectiveness and potentially irritating your digestive system. If you're using turmeric for its anti-inflammatory and healing properties, you'll want to create the most supportive environment for it to work its magic. Stick with low-acid meal pairings when using turmeric, and you'll likely notice better results in how you feel, whether it's less joint pain, better digestion, or a clearer head. It's a small tweak, but one that could help turmeric actually do what it's meant to do. 3. Sugary cereals and baked goods, the sweet sabotage of turmeric's power. Let's turn our attention to one of the biggest troublemakers in the American diet, refined sugar, especially in the form of sugary cereals, muffins, pastries, and sweetened granola bars. These foods are often marketed as healthy, or natural, and many now include turmeric as a trendy ingredient. But here's the truth, combining turmeric with refined sugar can quietly cancel out its benefits, and in some cases, make things worse. Turmeric is celebrated for its anti-inflammatory properties. Its active compound, curcumin, has been shown to reduce swelling, calm the immune system, support brain function, and ease joint pain, all key concerns for older adults. But sugar? It does the opposite. Refined sugar is one of the most inflammatory substances you can consume, especially as you age. When you pair turmeric with sugary foods, it sends your body mixed signals. Turmeric is trying to reduce inflammation, while sugar is increasing it. The result? The curcumin in turmeric gets overwhelmed. The anti-inflammatory message gets lost in a wave of blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and metabolic stress. Here's how this plays out in real life. You might enjoy a turmeric muffin with your morning coffee, or stir turmeric into a sweetened granola bar or cereal thinking you're starting your day with something healthy. But what's happening inside your body is a tug-of-war. The sugar causes a rapid rise in blood glucose, which in turn triggers a flood of insulin. Over time, especially in older adults, this can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain around the belly, and even increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. And the trouble doesn't stop there. Sugar also interferes with your gut health, an important player in how well your body absorbs nutrients, including curcumin. A compromised gut lining makes it harder for turmeric to be digested and transported effectively, which is especially concerning for seniors who already face challenges with nutrient absorption. Refined sugar can also weaken the immune system, strain the cardiovascular system, and contribute to brain fog, mood swings, and energy crashes, exactly the things turmeric is supposed to help prevent. Now, let's not forget about the psychological side. Sugar often gives us comfort. That muffin might remind you of home. That slice of banana bread might be part of your routine. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up all the comfort, you just need to be smarter about it. If you want a sweet pairing for turmeric, go for whole foods with natural sugars, like bananas, apples, or berries. These contain fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and prevents the blood sugar spikes that refined sugar causes. You can also use a small amount of raw honey or pure maple syrup in your turmeric tea or smoothie, just be mindful of the portion. For breakfast, skip the boxed cereals with added sugar and try unsweetened oatmeal with a sprinkle of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and some chopped nuts or fresh fruit. It's a nourishing way to start your day and lets turmeric do its job without competition from inflammatory sugar. One more important note: read the labels, especially on products that advertise turmeric as an ingredient. Many turmeric-flavored drinks, snacks, and baked goods contain hidden sugars, syrups, or sweeteners that undermine the very health benefits you're trying to gain. In summary, turmeric and sugar are not friends. If you're using turmeric to calm inflammation, support your joints, or protect your memory, it's essential to avoid combining it with sugary cereals, pastries, or processed baked goods. Think of it this way: every spoonful of sugar may be sweet, but it could be quietly stealing the benefits turmeric is trying to deliver. 4. Carbonated soft drinks, a fizzy threat to turmeric's effectiveness. Here's one that often slips under the radar: carbonated soft drinks, especially sodas and other sweetened fizzy beverages. You might think grabbing a can of cola with your lunch or sipping a sparkling, diet drink with your turmeric snack is harmless. But when it comes to turmeric's health benefits, these drinks can quietly sabotage your efforts. Let's break it down. Turmeric's power lies in a compound called curcumin, which is already difficult for the body to absorb on its own. Your body needs a supportive environment to make the most of it. Things like healthy fats, black pepper, and low-inflammatory meals can help curcumin reach your bloodstream and deliver benefits to your joints, brain, and immune system. But carbonated drinks, they do the opposite. First, many of these drinks, especially regular sodas, are loaded with sugar. As we discussed earlier, refined sugar triggers inflammation, spikes blood sugar, and counteracts curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects. Even a small can of soda can contain 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. Drinking it alongside turmeric essentially drowns out any potential benefit you might be trying to gain. And for those who think diet, or zero-calorie sodas are a safer bet, think again. These often contain artificial sweeteners, phosphoric acid, and preservatives, which may disrupt gut health, alter your body's insulin response, and irritate the stomach lining. For older adults, these effects can be even more pronounced, especially if you already deal with digestive sensitivity, reflux, or blood sugar issues. But there's another concern: the acidity in these drinks. Soft drinks, even the sugar-free ones, are highly acidic. And acidic environments can weaken or destabilize curcumin. That means turmeric becomes less absorbable and less effective. It's like watering down your medicine before your body even has a chance to use it. For folks over 60, who are more likely to experience weakened digestion, lower nutrient absorption, and inflammation-related conditions, this combination can be especially unhelpful. What's a better option? When using turmeric, stick to non-acidic, non-sugary beverages. A glass of filtered water, a warm turmeric tea made with almond milk and black pepper, or an herbal tea like chamomile or ginger will actually help your body make better use of the turmeric. These drinks are gentle, hydrating, and promote digestion, exactly what you want when you're using turmeric for health. In short, if you're reaching for turmeric to support your joints, reduce inflammation, or sharpen your mind, skip the soda. It may seem like a small thing, but it can make a big difference in how well turmeric works in your body. 5. Certain medications. When turmeric and your prescription don't mix. Turmeric may be natural, but that doesn't always mean it's harmless, especially when combined with certain medications. If you're over 60 and taking prescription drugs, this is one pairing you need to pay close attention to. Turmeric, particularly in concentrated forms like supplements or golden lattes, can interact with common medications in ways that reduce their effectiveness, or even make their side effects worse. Let's start with one of turmeric's biggest strengths. It's a natural blood thinner. That's great news if you're trying to support heart health and circulation. But if you're already taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, clopidogrel, Plavix, or aspirin, turmeric could intensify their effects, increasing your risk of bruising or internal bleeding. It's the classic case of too much of a good thing. Next, turmeric may also interact with antacids or acid-reducing medications, the kind many older adults take for reflux or heartburn. Turmeric stimulates stomach acid in some people. So if you're taking proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole, Prilosec, or lansoprazole, Prevacid, adding turmeric may reduce their effectiveness or increase the chance of digestive upset. Another concern? Diabetes medications. Turmeric can help lower blood sugar, which sounds like a bonus, unless you're already taking drugs like metformin or insulin. In that case, turmeric might push your blood sugar too low, leading to dizziness, weakness, or even fainting. For someone managing blood sugar levels daily, that kind of dip can be dangerous. Also worth noting, turmeric can affect how your liver metabolizes medications. The liver uses a group of enzymes to process drugs, and turmeric, particularly its active compound, curcumin, can inhibit those enzymes. That means some medications may stay in your system longer than intended, potentially increasing side effects or toxicity. So what should you do? If you take regular medications, especially for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, or digestive conditions, it's wise to talk with your doctor or pharmacist before adding turmeric supplements or large amounts of turmeric to your meals. A quick check-in can help ensure you're not setting up a silent conflict inside your body. The good news is, in most cases, small culinary amounts of turmeric, like what you might sprinkle into a stew or stir into a smoothie, are generally safe. But if you're using turmeric more aggressively, like in capsule form or high-dose teas, that's where caution is especially important. The takeaway here is simple: turmeric is powerful, but power cuts both ways. When combined with certain medications, it can shift from helpful to harmful without you realizing it. Being informed, and asking the right questions, can help you enjoy turmeric's benefits without risk. 6. Large amounts of raw cruciferous vegetables, when healthy, can be too much with turmeric. You might be surprised to see this one on the list. After all, vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and kale are often praised as some of the healthiest foods you can eat. And they are, no question. But when it comes to combining raw cruciferous vegetables with turmeric, especially in large quantities, there's a hidden downside that most people don't talk about: digestive interference and nutrient absorption issues, particularly in older adults. Here's what's going on. Cruciferous vegetables contain natural compounds called glucosinolates, which can produce substances that interfere with iodine absorption and affect thyroid function when eaten in very high amounts, particularly raw. For older adults, many of whom already face age-related thyroid slowing, this can create hormonal imbalances that affect energy, metabolism, and even mood. Now here's where turmeric comes in. Turmeric, especially curcumin, needs a stable digestive environment to be absorbed efficiently. But raw cruciferous vegetables are high in fiber and sulfur-rich compounds that, while healthy in moderation, can irritate the digestive tract or cause bloating and gas when consumed raw and in excess. This type of digestive stress can limit your body's ability to absorb curcumin, especially if your gut is already sensitive. Let's say you're blending up a super green smoothie with kale, cauliflower rice, and a spoonful of turmeric powder. Sounds nutritious, right? But in reality, The raw veggies may cause enough digestive disturbance, bloating, cramping, slowed absorption, that your body ends up eliminating most of the turmeric before it ever gets put to use. Now, this doesn't mean cruciferous vegetables are bad. Quite the opposite. They're loaded with antioxidants, cancer-fighting compounds, and vitamins that support long-term health. The key issue is how much you're eating, and how you're preparing them, especially in relation to turmeric. Here's a better approach: cook or lightly steam cruciferous vegetables instead of eating them raw, particularly if you're pairing them with turmeric. Cooking breaks down the harder-to-digest components, making them gentler on the stomach and less likely to interfere with turmeric's benefits. Also, combining cooked cruciferous veggies with a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil and black pepper, can actually enhance turmeric absorption, turning a rough pairing into a smart strategy. So if you love adding turmeric to your meals, and you should, just be mindful about not overloading on raw cabbage, raw kale salads, or broccoli slaws at the same time. It's a small tweak that can make a big difference in how well your body puts turmeric to work. Let us know in the comments if you have used turmeric in your daily life, and if so, were you aware of any of these food conflicts? If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more practical, research-backed health tips, especially for those of us who want to stay strong and sharp after 60. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.